Debbie Williams here, NLP trainer and hypnotherapist. And today I'd like to talk with you on how to overcome your cocaine addiction. Now, I have a self-help recording that you can listen to that will help you, or potentially look to get a good NLP trainer who can really help interrupt the pattern of addictions. What tends to happen with cocaine is you've had Coke, and the first time we had it, it was a really, really good experience. And then over time, the brain learns, oh, let's have some Coke, it's really good. But it doesn't recognize that when you have it, it never seems as good as it did the first time. Yet, when you have the urge, that doesn't connect with that feeling. So you keep having the urge, I want some. And then how it feels over time, you don't feel so good, and you think, oh, I'm not going to have any. But then the urge happens again. So what happens is you don't marry how it feels over time up front to scratch that picture that you've got in your mind that cocaine's wonderful. And see, with NLP, we can easily change how you represent that in your mind. And I quite often give an example of, a heroin addict. One of the reasons that they start taking drugs again, they may have done detox and they may have got themselves free of it. Then they bump into a mate who says, oh, I've scored some great gear, would you like some? And they think, oh, yeah, because what comes in mind is the image of the first time they had it and the good feelings associated. They don't play the full movie of what happens afterwards. If they were to play a movie of seeing themselves in the gutter somewhere with some low life peeing on them, they'd be less likely to go, oh, here, I'll have some. And so by changing what you think and associating that up front, that can help change this addiction very, very quickly. Now, it's a bit difficult to do this over the internet because this is something that needs to be facilitated. And as I said earlier, I've got the exercises on my Stop Cocaine Abuse CD. Also, what I can share with you now is a simple technique that will help you get over the urges, because we don't realize these urges only last a couple of minutes, and they're called urge because they're urgent. And so if you manage those urgent feelings, then the other side of that is a sense of relief, a sense of satisfaction, a sense of, actually, I can do this. And one way to manage it is to use procrastination. And by that I mean a simple phrase of saying, yeah, I can have some, but I'll have it later. Yeah, I'll have it later, not now, I'll have it later. And what this does, it calms the mind down, because you're not saying no. Because if you say, no, I'm not going to have some, then you start a battle going on. But I want some, but you can't have any. But I want some, but you can't have any. And in the end, it's all this verbal chat that's going on in your head that it's easy to just think, oh, sod it, I'll just go and get some to shut this up. Whereas by saying, yeah, I'll have it later, not now, I'll have it later, you ride over that. It's the same as saying to a child who said, I want a biscuit, you can't have one. I want one, you can't have one. I want one, you can't have one. I want one. Oh, they'll drive you crazy. You give them a reason. Yeah, you're going to have one after you've eaten your dinner and you've eaten all your vegetables. 9 times out of 10, that child will go, okay, I've actually got to earn the right to have the biscuit. I'll eat me sprouts and what have you, so I can have my biscuit. And we're all children at heart. And by just managing that couple of minutes of urges, it will get you through the other side of realizing that, I've done that. And in a day, there's not that many times when you're having these feelings of urges. They only amount to, a few minutes in a 24-hour period if you clock them all together. So when we look at it that way, it becomes easier to overcome the addiction. Okay, great talking to you today. There will be some other CDs out on help for addictions, not just cocaine, but other addictions that you can do that will also ensure your success. Bye now.